Okay, excellent. All right, so my name is Dominic Nelson Ashley, and I'm going to be your poet for this evening. What I'm going to do, I'm going to read some poems from my various collections. I've got 7 books out, so I'm going to start off with number 1. This one's called Original Soundtrack. You know it's mine because it's got my face on the cover. Basically, what this one's all about was like when my son was a teenager, I thought I'd write him sort of like a manual of all the things, major experiences in my life, to how I got to be this old and survive. And all the, it's just sort of like gives him some top tips, but in poetic form. So this first one is called Back of My Head. On the left, in the grey corner, are local lads, local born and bred, no nickname required because everybody knows him. And in the black, brown and tan corner, me. There is a reason I sound like a boxing announcer. I attack life, pre-emotive strikes, show no cracks, no weakness. I don't fear the knockouts, I fear the concussion, the dizziness, the lack of focus caused by sly media rabbit punches to the back of the head. A roundhouse kick when I thought we were playing chess. You laugh, I sigh, you gasp at the realization of what this is. You can exhale if you want to. Many do not get that luxury, so I lean on the ropes, tuck in to take some blows, ready for those who've got plenty of spare twine for lynching or making shoelaces. Love me like Cassius, or only when he was Ali, mumbling, bedridden, and lost his potency. I am too loud, you say, somewhere between a rock star and Butlin's blue coat. Are we cracking skulls tonight? No, cracking jokes. But on the stage, under the lights, I am always thinking how many I've known lost to police chokeholds. Hold on to that thought whilst I hit you back. I don't have time to enunciate, try and placate, find some middle ground when I taste the canvas. Let's get ready to rumble. You've already given me the nickname Trouble. So whatever happens next, I'm going to have to take you down with me, down with no holds barred till you are asphyxiated. So that you learn we all breathe the same air. The bell rings, round 1. Can you count to 10? Think about it as I hit you with a mix of Voborera, Rhythmitsu, Poeticam. How can I lose? I have trained for this, whether I wanted to do or not. Yeah. Okay. This next one is from the same book. This one's called Prayer. Hi, God. Got a minute? First of all, thanks for the melanin. It really suits me. I know it must be in short supply because you've missed out the soles of my feet. Are these your words you scribbled over me? Am I your unfinished diary? Did you get over enthusiastic with calligraphy, doodling densely joined up writing? Then the rain made the ink run and the sun baked it dry? That happened to my homework too. Is that your signature on my palm? A gypsy at the fair tried to read it. She was crap. I didn't get my money back either. Hi, God. If you're not too busy, can we have a chat? I know you're supposed to be almighty, all powerful and all that, but I think you messed up. You've been running out of paint at the People Factory again, haven't you? I appreciate you giving me the last few drops, because people without it chase me, keep trying to grab a piece of me as if I am the last black leather coat in the January sales, or follow me round like I'm one of your deities. I'm only 6. I don't think I'm ready for that kind of responsibility yet. Hi, God. You know this melanin thing? I think a lack of it can affect people's brains. Some of those Nazis outside shave off all their hair, burn red in the sun trying to get a tan, and cover their skin in pictures that have spelling mistakes. Hi, God. Are you listening? I've got a few questions, because I'm really not getting it. It's like my teacher said, blank paper is for doodling and working things out. Hi, God. I've got it sus now. You skimped on your homework, didn't you? Mum said that's not allowed. You didn't give them a story. After church, you had a lazy Sunday, didn't you? You took the weekend off. That's why they paint swastikas over their bodies, make up their own naughty tattoos. Did you run out of plots? When kids in my school get behind, they have to catch up in the Easter holidays. Is that what you're going to do? Hi, God. Dad says the landline is really, really expensive. So if I call somebody, I should get them to call back. It's your turn to call next. Bye. Okay, this one's called St. Mark's. It's based on a true story about when I was at a school called St. Mark's, and it's in Hounslow, and I went there for a year, first year. Okay, it's called St. Mark's. So you reckon you're tough, so you think you're hard. I'm from Hounslow, West London, School of Hard Knocks, St. Mark's. By the bus station, 1977, concrete playground and rock solid hearts. 3-lane carriageway, slow lane education, 8 till 4, that's us. So you think you're tough, so you reckon you're hard. I'm from Hounslow, West London, Rundown Secondary, St. Mark's. We got Dave Rinaldi, David Irons, Arturo Travagli. We got a melting pot of skin colours, flared trousers and theatre lovers strutting about wearing round-topped wooden-soled beetle crushers. We got Lance and the sport-obsessed long-limbed Afro boys. We got Mark Delph and Bobby Verma in the briefcase squad. Super smart, you know. We got kids riding bareback in the toilets. We got a 12-year-old boy who broke into the headmaster's office, got drunk on whiskey, then stole a bus. A bus. We got a kid who got run over, brushed it off and said, I'm still going in for the knowledge. We got dreams. We all got dreams. So you reckon you're tough, so you think you're hard. I'm from Hounslow, West London, School of Harsh Truths, St. Mark's. St. Mark's, never heard of us? Rule number 1, what goes on in school stays in school. Rule number 2, don't get caught fighting. In between the quickfire break time gobbling and fingering, do not, under any circumstances, get caught fighting. A swing with the left, a lean in with the right. What's that? A raw, undefined attempt at an uppercut? Oh, really? When the PE teacher catches boys punching, he's got a single solution in his armory. No other options at the refectory table. No detention, no lines, no expelling, no explanation, no letter home. He barks, roll up, roll up, roll up. Everybody line up at the gym door. Have your 1 penny entrance fee ready. Get your bum sat around the mat. 2 mop-head warriors going toe-to-toe. No grappling, no holding, no mouth guards, no refunds. Each boxer gives a barrage of blows with gloves, bigger than their heads. The shortest, the most vicious, with wild swings. A quick victory. Early stoppage, TKO, done. I hear soft-bellied juveniles these days can't take a punch. A southpaw from life, let's take a 10 count, give up. So I've got to ask, how many rounds can you go? We got alumni, bus drivers, celebrities and stars you don't know. We had dreams, we all had dreams. For every Declan McManus, there is an Elvis Costello. We had dreams, we all had dreams. So you think you're tough, so you reckon you're hard. I'm from Hounslow, West London, School of Real Life. I represent St. Mark's. Yeah, so that story is true. There really was a boy who did steal a bus. And that school is famous for, I mean, not me going there, obviously, but Elvis Costello went there and somebody out of One Direction used to go there. Okay, so after London, I moved to a small town called Wantage in Oxfordshire. And so these are some poems about my time there. This one is called Ghosts. She's got pale blue eyes with a hint of grey, fog rolling off an Irish mountain or a dewy winter morning. Claire has blue eyes and a jumper that, to my recollection in the night, is tight enough to make me think about combing my knotted afro and buying some aftershave. What does that mean? She has flat black hair that lies across her shoulders, and her eyes widen when I look at her. What does that mean? It's my birthday, a present, 5-inch long Mars bar in Christmas wrapping, chocolate outside, caramel toffee inside. What does that mean? She makes my charcoal colored cheeks hot. What does that mean? She sits next to me in geography, studying mountains, tectonic plates, how they rub up against each other, disrupt, grate, and slide. History, studying ancient civilizations, how they rub up against each other, disrupt, grate, and slide. Biology, boobs, fallopian tubes. Is it all right if I stay behind, sir? Extracurricular, until this feeling subsides. Geography again, with a wafer-thin gap between us, measured to several decimal places. She squeezes my inner thigh. What does that mean? Friday, disco, darkness, tunes, up-tempo ones to throw our bodies around to. She ignores them. What does that mean? I know the DJ. Ghosts, the sound of Japan, slow, analog flutes, reverberated glockenspiels, off-key mallets. We have dry ice and space. She grabs my bum, crushes me into a navy blue jumpsuit. I think I know what this means. Drunken, eager kisses long after the song ends. Just when I thought I was winning, my chance came to be king. My African father's bass voice, louder than the disco speakers. What is this school report? Your work is slipping. Let's look at the list of jobs. Lawyer, doctor, engineer. Gigolo is not there. End this intercultural, non-academic foolishness. Casanova is not on the curriculum. I see her picture, older, first thing that gets me, before the clothes, Gaelic tin whistles, and the Guinness pints, is a hint of school foggy morning, misty blue eyes. So yeah, that one's about Claire, my second girlfriend. Okay, this one's called You Could Do So Much Better. Tell us a secret, demanded the girls, working in a floating point pincer movement that corralled me into a corner by the dining hall wall. Tell us your secrets, they said, wafting a haze of apple blossom truth serum they had squirted on their necks and wrists. I read science fiction, stuff about different dimensions, where crazy things happen. In the future, we'll have phones without wires, transmitting thoughts through air. We'll have implants so we can understand all the language of the earth, so we won't have to learn French. We'll have music made of ones and zeros. We will have the ability to travel through time and space, beyond our solar system. Anything else? I code mainframe computers in my spare time. Boring, they said. Who do you fancy? Who's in your top 3? Don't be shy. You say them, we'll write them down. Kick off with Jackie, That's a no-brainer. She's on everybody's list, the queen of the hockey team, netball too. Bet you she could beat half the boys in a race. In the safety of the whirring, heavily fanned computer suite, which smelt of dry dust, my tongue-tied self toiled away in front of luminous green-lit VDUs with handfuls of floppy disks, thinking, one day there'll be cyborgs that move faster than Jackie, but a better curvature of her legs. In this world, I doubt it. Zoom. Miniskirts, sexy earlobes, socks around her ankles, burgundy jumper, yellow blouse, short hair, boundless energy. Jackie ran up to me faster than any robot I could imagine. I heard you got off with a girl outside the top 10. Is that true? I heard you got off with a girl outside the top 10. When did this happen? I heard you got off with a girl outside the top 10. In what space-time continuum was that in? Error report. She gave me a look. My logic could not decipher, a thought process I was too slow to catch. She said to me, D, you could do so much better. Then she spun around, laughing, teleported the length of the corridor in between blinks of my eyes, gone. Somewhere in a galaxy far, far away, with hovercars and babelfish, there is a version of me who went out with the queen of the hockey team for a summer, who I serenaded with digital beats. Okay, so this one is called Noah's Ark. And it's sort of like a summary of the Middle England quintessential town I grew up in the 1980s. Noah's Ark. We have everything here, but no beggars. We have one of everything. We have all we need. Summertime is forever. We have one punk rocker, one row of houses with Roman pillars, one boy with Christmas decorations in his bedroom all year round. We have one type of weather, 10th of July. Summertime is forever. We have a statue of Alfred, the old king, but nobody could remember what he looked like. So we chiseled on the face of a local councillor. Drunkards, rebels, undesirables try to climb it every 31st of December, midnight, to break in the new year. We have one black family, one half-caste lot living in the children's home. We have Woolworth's Pick and Mix. We have one Chinese takeaway, Jade Palace. Chips and curry sauce to go. We lied. We have two churches, one Protestant, one Catholic. We don't need any more. We have two priests. One priest does masses for IRA hunger striker Bobby Sands. He has to leave. The one worshipping the heavenly breasts of the 16-year-old Virgin Mary, he can stay. We have 4 TV channels. We have many opportunities for you to be whatever the factory up the road wants you to be. We are at the center. We are in the middle of Middle England. We have problems like everybody else. Summertime is forever. The punk rocker went bald. Jade Palace is closing down. We need more security around the statue. Kids watch too much TV. Scientists say global warming is real. Summertime is forever. Okay, so later on in life, I did a bit of traveling. So here are some poems about what I got up to when I went traveling. This one's called Universal Truth. All right, love, listen, you are wrong. You are wrong one. You should not exist here. God messed up again. You have an Afro-Cuban bum and no music at home, vinyl or CDs. How is that possible? That defies logic. Rest easy, have a drink. I've got an explanation. You're on the wrong planet. You should have turned left at Alpha Centauri. You're on your way to Gamma 5 to spend years, decades, looking for my spirit, my soul in the bodies of others. One problem, love, I'm not there, I'm here. Transmorphing isn't possible in any universe, so take a shortcut with a caipirinha. Me and you, isn't it obvious? You were the only girl in your tiny, tiny village with a black doll, a signal from our unborn children, an echo of our days of future past. You can fight it all you want. All roads in any parallel dimension you visit lead back to me. Okay, love, let's do it your way. Take the long route, round trip, through the jungles of Panama, the Amazon, then back to London. You like flamenco guitars? Dos cervezas, por favor? Get the man behind the counter in this cantina, Bolivian bar, to crank up Bombaleo by the Gypsy Kings, and let's have it out. Pick a universe, any universe, and I will show you how we are bound together, how we are intertwined, how we were always destined to meet, to be. This one, Terra Prime, Sencillo, easy. Your best friend is from my 1980s Oxfordshire hometown. I went to school with her brother. Need I say more? Fast forward. Want to know about my wife? She hates the limelight. We met in Lima, Peru. She has no desire to change me. When my wife catches me laughing on our wedding day for no apparent reason, I tell her only me, my travel agent, and God get the joke. So yeah, I met my wife in Peru, and the rest is history. I mean, that poem makes it sound like I was slick with the moves, but really I wasn't. That took about 2.5 years. Okay, so we've got kids, one boy, one girl. So here are some poems about them. This one's called Black Mafiosa. And it's about my daughter. Actually, I really can't take much credit for this one because all 95% of these words are what came from her. Okay, Black Mafiosa. If you cross me, I will cut your head off and put it in the bin. I will not cry. I'm not a nasty person, but I know some people who are, and I'm going to tell them about you. You leave me no choice. You brought this upon yourself. You don't mess with the Black Mafiosa. You're pathetic. You know nothing. How much do you make? You're not bringing enough mullah to the fam. If we weren't related, I wouldn't want to know you. I would literally cross over to the other side of the street. I know you're my mum, but I don't like you. Never have, never will. I don't think we can ever be friends. How about unnecessary acquaintances? When you're old, I'm not going to visit you or look after you. You are dead weight. So what if I'm 6? Nobody messes with a Black Mafiosa, and I'm not tidying my room for anybody. And this one's about my son. It's called Money. I said, there's an African tradition that you should hand over your first pay packet to your parents as a sign of gratitude and respect. My firstborn, heir to my kingdom, said, I'm only quarter African, so it doesn't apply to me. I said, you're really expensive to grow. I'll take 25%. I'll take whatever I can get. Okay, I'm going to read some other ones now from another collection of mine called String Theory. You can tell it's my book. It's another one with my face on the cover. Okay, this one is called Bed of Nails. Thank you for your generosity. How can I ever repay you? I've had trouble sleeping for years. A chiropractor would be good. Someone to crunch my bones back into place after all those nights huddled up in street doorways, alleyways, by the bins. But you've gone one better. How can I ever repay you? I dreamed of exotic beauty spa treatments in the rain. My damp clothes were hot massage towels worn in the afterglow. I dreamt of watching magical Indian healers working on me, old Hindu fakirs aligning my body and mind in perfect harmony. But you went one better. How can I ever repay you? The flat park benches weren't doing me any good, not helping my curved spine. You took them away, shut the park at night, gave the warden a bonus for doing so. It's probably for the best. Teach me. You are so wise, so thoughtful. How can I ever repay you when all you want me to do is to learn the tricks of magical Indian rope men, spikes that come out of the ground at night, and my favorite street sleeping spot, therapeutic bed of nails, so thoughtful luxury, I feel blessed. How can I ever repay you when all I've learned to do is disappear? Okay, so the one I'm going to do next is called Rant. And this normally gets a very good reception when I perform it live. So I'll just imagine that it goes down well because I'm not getting any response. Right, okay, this one's called Rant. I don't get tired. I breathe through my eyes. Can a hairdresser give themselves a haircut? They can cut the fringe, but they can't do the back. You need to trim yours now. Get the hair out your eyes. You can't see how great you are because you're running in your own lane. Look how far you've come. Other people ain't got that. Other people can't do that. It's like on the starting line and you've got the race to 100. You're passing people starting from 0. You're passing people starting from 1. People who've had every advantage. People who were running before the gun went off. And you were starting at -50. In real terms, you're passing Usain Bolt. You are world class. You are A. You are A star. You are A star. You don't believe me or your mates about how good you are because we're your mates. It's only when somebody who ain't us tells you the same thing that you believe. And when you see them a few times, you don't believe them either. Easy way, write it down, take your name off, call yourself Mr. A, then mail it to somebody you don't know. Who knows about these things? Say you are asking for a friend. Write down all you've done, how far you've come from your starting block. We're talking A. We're talking A star. We're talking A star. You're lapping people. You're lapping people for real. So we don't do no pity party. That's not our style. So you've got to get out of bed. You hear me? You are magnificent. When you wake up, the first thing you've got to tell yourself is, I am fantastic. No ifs, no buts. If people don't like it, they can get lost. I can't hear you. You need to say, I am fantastic. No ifs, no buts. 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 And if people don't like it, they can get lost. You think I talk too much? I must be knackered. This isn't work. How can telling the truth be work? Okay, my time's nearly running out, so I'm going to do about 3 more. This one's called How Man Was Made, Teesside Remix. We made you on Red Fire Whiskey and Newcastle Brown Ale. We made you with overproof rum and golden palmos. We made you with the cool Afro jazz of desert shebeens and the ruckus of Irish pubs. We made you with snow-covered Ayrton Park nights, yelling at referees from the terraces, and the sweet samba of Juninho's goals. We made you, your mother and me, with our own sugar cane dance, our own makosa. We made you with love, whatever others may call you. The name we gave you means the best of both worlds in the language of the heart. Okay. I'm going to read one now that is called, hang on if I just access it. Friend of mine's going through a particularly tough time right now. So I wrote this for her and it's based on a dream I had. It's called Sunshine by Any Means Necessary. I am too much, she says. I laugh too loud. Care as if I've always been there. Leave a little for others to do, those who signed up early. I yell, I am risk averse. Spirits curse me down. Be terse with your actions and language. How could you forget? I once knew someone who died of a broken heart. I'll give you the truth. In my dreams, I stand guard, Malcolm X style, no guns, curtains closed, just pose. Like I can make a difference, like I am enough. Like I've got a one-way connection with God, even though I don't believe. I curse his name for giving me gifts I can't use. Time, I have it. She hasn't. Can we trade, Lord, if you exist, a few years from me to her, because she's done nothing wrong. And I've taken risks that by rights shouldn't have paid off. God, if you're listening, you know I once knew someone who died of a broken heart. So if that is possible, then my oldest friend can live longer, beat an incurable disease by being blasted with positive words, deeds, and actions. No more flowers, she chuckles. Geraniums, roses, one's time to open when the others fade. She has forgotten the hay fever of our youth. No more, she laughs. I bombard by any means necessary because I don't do wreaths. Nobody goes out without a fight on my watch. My eyes are running in winter. Our summertimes will be forever. I cry too much. Okay, and this is my last one, which is called Challenge. And it is another one about my daughter. I knew she was a girl before she arrived. Didn't have to tell me. Our father knows these things. Don't let nobody tell you different. I think the first word she said was, why? Not mummy or daddy or love, but why? I take her abroad. She sits amongst the sand dunes, treads on castles, watches, takes in every moment, every movement, refuses to rumba, not interested in the festivities, celebrating with the B team performers, jovial about nothing more than we're on holiday and they're getting paid. She looks with side eye or over the rim of her glasses, saying the same thing every day. Are you up for the challenge of a daughter? If not, raise your game. To the bemusement of her white mother, she calls herself black. To the frustration of her black father, she calls herself English. To her geography teacher, she's a political genius. All her questions are rhetorical. You got a problem? Why? I sit waiting whilst women take her away for initiations. Black girl makeup, black girl hair, black girl books, black girl role models. She comes back looking exactly the same, sounding exactly the same, no alternate versions necessary. I ask myself why she chose me to be her dad. I have changed. She has not changed one iota. I have learnt I know nothing. Thank you. My name is Dominic Nelson Ashley. That was my last poem. I hope you've had a good time. I've got 7 books out. First one, original soundtrack. Second one, string theory about mental health. This one, Last Song in the Universe, is about surviving diseases. My Name is X, which is about Grenfell. The Antidotes is about, partying too much, dancing too much, working too hard. This one's called Lions of East London, and it's about dancing and more dancing and music and conscious hip hop. And this one is called Wide Awake in Dreamland, which is all about being, most of the time, being the only black guy in the room. So there you are. I hope you've enjoyed the short time we've had together and the poems. So yeah, that's it. If you got any questions, want to know more about me, find me on Facebook, follow the links, and see you later.